My name is Jim Fogerty. I ran from Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio to Brookville, Pennsylvania in 6 days for a total of 172 miles. So in 2020, I decided to do a fundraiser for multiple sclerosis, and I did it independently and raised some money through running. And I figured, is there anything else I can do? And in 2021, I must have been doing some Google searches, and a Facebook ad popped up for MS Run the US. So that's how I found out about it, and I clicked the link and was fascinated and in awe of the challenge of it. So it's affected my life by the way it's impacted my mom. About 20 years ago, she was diagnosed with MS, and I watched the emotional and physical toll it took and the challenges she's been faced with along the way, and the ongoing challenges and the unknowns and the uncertainties, and seeing then how it affects other people. And by participating in this organization and raising the awareness, I've learned a lot of different people that are in my circle of coworkers and friends that have it, and how it's affected them differently. The running provides an opportunity to show people that this is a very big endeavor, and it's representative of the endeavor of trying to battle MS. But it also serves as an inspiration to others, and I hope to be an inspiration to others who don't really necessarily see themselves as runners. I didn't see myself as a runner. It was something I enjoyed, but it was nothing that I would imagine doing like this. And the parallels to doing these kind of long distances and breaking them up into little pieces, and the battling of MS and battling a long-term disease like that work well. I made a conscious effort to put myself into uncomfortable situations, as actually made clear as a good idea from the first meeting. And that included running on roads that I wasn't comfortable running on, doing trail runs, doing incrementally longer trail runs, up to 40 miles in events, just to learn the hydration, the nutrition, pacing, and getting the right equipment all in place to do it. The most challenging part of the endeavor has been dealing with, for me, the traffic, and understanding how to manage very heavy truck traffic in narrow spaces. So I have run on roads with trucks, but I always had a wider shoulder. So there were instances during this where the shoulder was much more compressed, and it made it challenging, but at the same time I used those moments when they were passing as breaks to pause, take a second to gather my thoughts, and then let them go. I would describe this experience as a really good metaphor for life. You have a very big goal, and you need to be able to break it down into smaller sections. And you find what best way to break it down for you is, and it changes from day to day, mile to mile. Sometimes I'm looking at those small increments. Sometimes I'm looking at every mile, or maybe every 4 mile block. And then I look on the positives. Oh, we've now halfway, so I've already done half of the day, or it's the last few miles. Having the setup of every several miles meeting up with the crew provides good motivation. It's like, okay, I can do this. It's only another 2 miles. I can do this. I've done 2 miles. I've done more than 2 miles. Just go 2 more miles, and we'll get rehydrated and stretch and enjoy what's around me while I can, type of thing. And then, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Well, these are ultra marathons, so it's an even more of take your time and enjoy what's around you. Anything is possible. I went from, in high school, dreading running a mile. I would lose sleep the night before we had to run the mile in phys ed, to running some 5Ks and then stopping for a while, becoming unhealthy, and to getting started back into running when COVID hit, and then just building. And you'll have good days, you'll have bad days, but it's a wonderful way to learn and understand your body, but you also don't want to compare yourself to anybody else. There are people that are doing even longer runs than this, but whether it be physical, academic, hard challenges, or just anything in life, you have and you can do more than you would imagine. I never thought I'd be able to do this, but it also takes teamwork and it takes support. The crew has been fantastic this week. My family in the nearly a year leading up to this in the training has been extremely supportive and taking care of things while I'm out running. It takes others, and don't be afraid to reach out for help. I'm feeling surprisingly good. I'm amazed at how the training and the teamwork and the crew stops all came together to be able to make this possible. I feel proud and I feel a sense of accomplishment that I've never imagined. I never thought I'd be able to do something like this, and there's probably people watching this that are saying, well, this is interesting, but it's not for me, I could never do it. I ask you to challenge yourself, and if you even show an interest, to try. You never know what you can do. The human body is absolutely amazing. I had no idea I was capable of this. So I encourage you, and feel free to reach out, and I'll be happy to give you some advice.